तो मुझे लग रहा था कि हम लोग सारे खुशी चाहते हैं, and happiness is what all of us desire. Yeah. And all of us earnestly desire that. And in whatever situation we are, whatever phase of life we are, whatever role play that we are doing, we just, what is all that we are desiring? We are desiring to be happy. Yeah. So, I was thinking that what can we talk about happiness? Yeah. And what steps can we take to always be in that happiness that we have always looked for? And even when we are happy, we desire some more. Yeah, we desire some more. That innate joy. Yeah, that is the uninhibited space. Yeah? And like you were saying, where I do not have to select words and vocabulary to express myself. Yeah, where my being is self-expressive, and it is already talking about that I am happy. Yeah? And if somebody asks me what is the reason, there's no reason to be happy. Yeah, and there is all the reason to be happy. Yeah. So let's talk about 12 vitals to victory. Yeah. So 12 steps, or the 12 vitals to victory. And what is the victory we are talking about here? That is to be happy. Yeah. And how do we remain happy always, come what may? In whatever situation, whatever circumstances, and whatever kind of people we are amidst. And what are those 12 amazing vitals that if we follow closely, happiness will always, always be a part of us. And actually, we will be happiness in totality, the wholesomeness that is all full of joy and total happiness. So are you ready for that? Yeah. Today I could not announce on Facebook. We are going Facebook Live. I was having some very important call and could just finish like two minutes before the call. So could not announce. But any which way, whoever's meant to be will be here. Yeah, like Pallavi has joined up. She's not been regular, but she comes, She's a visiting professor, yeah, but still I love you for, taking out time and coming. And I'm sure there must be some difference this group, this Zoom call must be making in your lives that you've even remembered. Yeah, people who come each day, they do remember, it becomes a part of your day. But when you come off and on, sometimes you just tend to forget, is that time to be there. Yeah, but any which way, so honored, even for Ira to have joined us after many days from New Zealand, and that's amazing to have one more and everyone comes. Huh? तो ना मैं कहीं कल कुछ पढ़ रही थी before I go to these 12 vitals. तो वो पढ़ ये रही थी कि जहां मुकाम ऊंचे रहते हैं ना, वहां बहुत ज्यादा लोग नहीं रहते हैं, ना? तो जहां मुकाम ऊंचे रहते हैं वहां ज्यादा लोग नहीं रहते. और क्यों नहीं रहते? क्योंकि शायद वहां तक अभी पहुंचने में रास्ता बाकी है ना? तो इसलिए जब भी बहुत सारे 500, 1000, 10,000 लोग अपनी कॉल पे ना देखें, तो वो कभी भी दिल में ये चीज आनी नहीं चाहिए कि यार इतने लोग क्यों नहीं हैं. तो शायद ये मेरे लिए रिमाइंडर है. एंड आई कीप रिमाइंडिंग माई सेल्फ, you never have to get into that bracket ever. Yeah. And this is my earnest prayer each day. And actually in every living moment that I go by, that God, Supreme God, always be with me कि ये वाले ट्रैप में कभी मत डालना, क्योंकि ये जो ट्रैप है ना, सच में ही ट्रैप है और ये आपको आगे नहीं जाने देता. Yeah. So coming back to the 12 amazing vitals that we are going to talk about. So vitals to victory. So what are those vitals? Now the first one is, when you desire all that you desire for yourself, and when you want more for others than your own self, that is the number one vital. So all of us desire a lot many things for ourselves. Yeah. And what would be like? What do we desire? More of peace, more of joy, more of happiness. Yeah. If somebody is having an addiction, minus that. Yeah. And they could be like, all of us have a set of people around us. Yeah? और उस सेट में से कुछ लोग ऐसे रहते हैं जो हमें उतने पसंद नहीं होते हैं. तो आज थोड़ी सी कॉन्शियसनेस ज्यादा होने की वजह से ये रहता है कि हमें इतनी समझ आ गई है कि I don't hate them, but at the same time I don't like them. Yeah, I don't hate them, but at the same time I don't like them. And what if people whom I do not like as much today, what if I could wish and pray and want everything for them multiplied that I have always desired for myself? Yeah. And out of that want could be, like, suppose in those conscious moments, I desire, I wish, I have a better conscious contact with the Supreme God. Yeah. So what if I could multiply that and want the same thing for somebody whom I just do not like? Yeah. Somebody who has been not a great add-on in my thoughts, in my feelings, and somebody who's not been really, like, there are thorns in the relationship, the invisible thorns that I keep experiencing. Yeah. So what if today I could consciously pray for them, consciously want कि जो ऊपर वाले जो तूने मुझे बख्शा है यार, जो मैं तुझसे मांगती रहती हूँ अपने लिए, है ना? So whenever I talk about sukh, shanti, peace, power, fearlessness, yeah. So वो सुख क्या है? सिर्फ क्या आर्थिक सुख की बात कर रहे हैं? हाँ? So जो भी, और मुझे लगता है सबसे बड़ा सुख है उसको पहचान लिया कि हाँ, he is a part of my life. Yeah. Oh, the Supreme God is a part of my life. And I think that is, it is one of the vitals that all of us require, desire, and we would be, wishing and praying that may I always experience being in his lap, sitting in his lap and being cuddled and caressed and loved. Yeah. So then I'll come to the second vital. That is, think from the end. Now, what do you have to think from the end? The think from the end is that I have desired something. Yeah, it could be a level of peace. It could be a level of feeling powerful within. Yeah. And I tell myself, I think, because I have a lot of, this is my problem, no thinking. So today I think I have achieved that end. Yeah. कि जो मैं पीस मांग रही थी हमेशा से, वो मैंने आज हासिल कर लिया है. हाँ, तो वो कैसी? Then फिर मेरी जिंदगी का आउटलुक, मेरे लेवल ऑफ हैप्पीनेस, वो कैसी है? तो उसको, जो भी चीज आपने अपनी जिंदगी में चाही और स्पेशली इन दिनों में चाह रहे हैं, सो उसको कुछ क्षणों के लिए नहीं, लेट्स कीप इट इन द माइंड द एंटायर डे दैट आई कैन थिंक that I've already achieved it. And if I've already achieved it, like, how would a winner behave? If you had to run a marathon, how would a winner behave? Yeah. Can you see the zest and the zeal and the enthusiasm and the joy and the happiness and the victorious that is speaking aloud in him? Yeah. Yeah. So if if I already think that I have achieved that which I have always been desiring and dreaming of, then what would my life look like? What would my happiness quotient look like and be like in this moment? Yeah. Then we come to the third. The third is to be an appreciator of life. So how many of us love to depreciate our own value? Yeah. Do you know what is depreciation? Do you understand what is depreciation? So मुनाफे का उल्टा, profit का उल्टा depreciation होता है. शायद I do not have the right word in this moment in my Hindi vocabulary. Yeah. घाटा. Yeah. So अपने आप को जहाँ पे हम कम समझते हैं, that is where I have depreciated me and my value. So what if, that I was an appreciator of life, anything big or small, anything which comes my way, anything that comes my way, and I find it valuable, yeah, and not worthless. क्योंकि जनरली हमारी एनर्जी की कंसंट्रेशन कहाँ रहती है? जो चीजें वर्थलेस होती हैं, या जो वर्थलेस होती हैं. It could be two of us are talking about a third one. Yeah. So everywhere that we have given worth to the worthless, not even realizing, is it adding to the joy? Is it adding to the calmness? Is it adding to my happiness quotient? Is it really in addition to my life, creating a life that I've always desired, dreamt? Yeah. And is it not that this talk of the worthless is always depreciating my value? And all that is coming to your heads, all that is coming to your hearts. है ना? So ये कितनी worthless talk हम करते रहे हैं. Yeah? Even when, like, it could be two friends talking, two siblings talking, yeah, husband and wife talking. Yeah, are we capacitated to talk about the third? Yeah, and is that really adding value? Are these the gems that I am ready to put into my life? Or am I just going to consider what is valuable and then select that, segregate that, and then add to my life to see my happiness quotient going up? Then coming to the fourth, that is, all of us know there's a source, yeah, the supreme power. Yeah. And staying in harmony with the source. Staying in harmony with the source. How do you stay in harmony with the source? By always making an effort to have not just a contact, a conscious contact with him. Yeah. And how can I do that? I can do that even when I'm cooking, even when I'm teaching my child, even when I am on a walk besides the beach. Yeah. So I can keep that conscious contact with God and stay in harmony with the source. And whenever I stay in harmony with the source, what do I not experience? There is no struggle inside me. There is no kickboxing happening inside me. There is nothing which is deviating me from what I'm here for. Yeah. And what am I here for? That is that my life has a meaning, and I'll always create, and I will always take a step that will give my life a meaning. Yeah. And how will I know that I am having a meaningful life? By staying connected to source. Yeah. Because when I am connected to source, he will never let me be in the outcome. And whenever I am having a mind rattle, whenever I'm having a monkey mind, whenever I have running horses in the head, it's already telling. It's already telling. It is speaking on its own, telling me. I think you are working towards the outcome. Is this your purpose in life? Is this your purpose in life? So each time I get closer to the purpose, I am always connected. And in that connection, I know that am I in the right place? The energetic right place, so called? Whatever the purpose, the meaning that I have to be here on the planet at this time when the planet needs the highest vibration possible, the healing that it is requiring, and the healing that we are requiring to heal all our past wounds of time, of lives, of dimensions, of layers, all the levels, layers, lifetimes, and dimensions of wounds that we have been living with. The moment I get connected to Source, they start healing. The moment I start connecting to the Supreme God, these wounds, they start healing automatically. Yeah, because that is the only thing which can heal my wounds, staying in connection. So then coming to the fifth one, that is resistance. Now, what is resistance? What do I resist? Can anybody join in and say what one word? What am I resisting? Yeah. Yeah.
Changing yourself.
Yeah.
Resisting the change.
Seeing the change. Okay. Yeah, Ira, you wanted to say something.
Resisting for me is resisting the very beautiful reality, the nature that we are. We resist that.
Absolutely.
We try to pretend to mask ourselves with so many different characters. And if we move those masks away, that the tender, beautiful, joyful nature is like a child.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that we resist, for me.
Absolutely. So beautiful. Absolutely. So nice. So resistance, actually, it is resistance to Source. Yeah. So all the qualities that she has talked about is actually, what is it? They are the qualities of the Source, no? So each time I stop being a child, each time I resist being the joyful me, each time I'm filled with fear, yeah, each time I'm unkind to myself, I have to ask myself, if I am an offspring of Source, would the Source behave with him or her like this? Yeah. Is this the quality of the Source? And if this is not the quality of the Source, then where am I picking that up from? And where have I already picked it up from? And where am I creating my life from? And is it that this adulteration of the Source that I have created is giving me a lesser happiness quotient in my life? And all that is going on in your heads, yeah, everything that brings up for each one. Are you in this time ready to eliminate, dissipate, destroy, yeah, evaporate it all? So we are resisting our growth, yeah, and I cannot grow till the time I'm not connected to Source, yeah. So have you seen that there is, we put the seeds in the ground, and in some time the seedlings come up. But suppose I put that seed in a portion of the earth and put it inside the room where there is no sunlight, will it take a longer time to grow? One thing is minus. One thing is minus. So everywhere that you have divided the source, and everywhere that you have, segregated the source and have not allowed it to focus in your life, to create a focused energy of happiness and a higher happiness quotient, would you now, in this time, like to eliminate all those walls that are keeping the source away from you? Yeah. So everywhere that we have been resisting the source, we have been resisting our growth. And everywhere that we have been resisting our growth, we feel we are not happy. We are yet tied up. We are not free. We are so fear-filled. We do not know where peace is. Yeah. Are these all the qualities when we are resisting? Yeah. Because the tug of war becomes so much that the source is quite away. So then, coming to the next, that is, contemplate yourself as surrounded by the conditions that you desire to produce. Yeah. So what is it? What are the conditions that you desire to produce? I desire to produce a peaceful environment at my place, in my workplace, at home, in my relationships, in my relationship with me. Yeah. So what happens is that we are so out of focus. We keep contemplating, but we keep contemplating about so many other things. Yeah. Things which are worthless and valueless. Things which are not going to give us resilience and brilliance and phenomenons. Yeah. And what is it? We need to know that we are always with the source. Yeah. But wherever I have minused that source, that supreme God from my life, I have created a life of vengeance, of resentments, of hatred. Yeah. And all of that I've created around me, all of that you've created around you, out of not being centered, out of not being connected to yourself and the source. In this time, are you ready to connect back? Yeah. And the moment that we get, have you ever observed yourself? Sometimes you're just walking on the road yourself and you're smiling. Yeah. Yeah. And there could be people who are walking by my side and they would think, how, like, what makes her smile? There's nothing. They look around and say, there's nothing. So, but what is it that gives me a smile on my face without a reason? Yeah. I have a happy thought coming in. It could be a little anecdote. It could be so many things around. Yeah. And I'll share a little anecdote. Years back, we thought of, and Natasha was a part of it. We went to the lake. Yeah, to run bars every weekend. We have a Sukna lake here, guys. People who are from the other cities and places. So, we thought every weekend, and we went for, I think, like 8 weekends to run bars on public, at the Sukna Lake, and give them a trial session, 10 minutes each. Yeah. So what we did was that, we went at the end of the lake, and we have a beautiful lake here. Yeah. So early morning, 5 o'clock, and, all of us full of zest and going to the end of the lake. Yeah. And, then we started introducing, telling, that why are we here for, there is something called access and all that, whatever. We were just introducing what access is and what accessing the consciousness is. We were running bars, and we thought we will click photographs too. Yeah. So in the end, we sat and, we had to click a photograph. Yeah. So वो जिसकी भी बारी थी और उसने जब मैं ही थी मेरे ख्याल, और जब मैंने वो फोटोग्राफ क्लिक करी तो मतलब ऐसे है कि रुक ही नहीं सके, हंसने के बगैर रुक ही नहीं सके। तो वहां पे 3-4 लोग बैठे हुए हैं सामने स्टेयर पे, और 3-4 लोग उनकी पास रन कर रहे हैं। तो ये बाद में ये लोग कहते हैं कि आप हंस क्यों रहे हो, इतना क्यों हंस रहे हो। मैंने कहा आओ तुमको फोटोग्राफ दिखाती हूँ। तो वो जब फोटोग्राफ दिखाई तो वहां पे एक बड़े से अंकल थे जिनकी कोई बाज रन कर रहे थे, तो उनका बहुत लंबा सा नाला लटक रहा था, है ना। सो हम हंस हंस के पागल, that way. So these little anecdotes that we have to life, isn't it? और मुझे लगता है कि ऐसी कोई चीज नहीं है कि हम सारे, मतलब हमें सारों को हमें नाले के साथ वाकफियत है ना। तो वो कभी टूट भी सकता है और कभी लटक भी सकता है और बहुत कुछ हो सकता है उसके साथ ही, वी कैन बी वेरी क्रिएटिव विद दैट, या। बट आई वाज जस्ट वंडरिंग कि हमारे में वो कितना, हम सब में वो कितना एक छोटा सा बच्चा बैठा रहता है, हाँ, जो कि छोटी सी चीज से यू कैन जस्ट लाफ, एंड यू सी पीपल अराउंड यू कि वो ऐसे पत्थर जैसे बने क्योंकि उनको जोक समझ ही नहीं आया, ऐसी वाली बात भी है क्या। सो ये मेरा काफी जल्दी से एक्सपीरियंस ये रहता है कि मैं वो कोई भी चीज मेरे पास आएगी और मैं हंस हंस के ऐसे लगेगा जैसे पूरे शहर को मैं इतनी ऊंची हंस सकती हूँ। साथ वाले देखे ऐसे ऐसे हुआ क्या, ऐसे सा उनका एक्सप्रेशन होता है, ऐसा क्या हुआ, व्हाट इज दैट टू लाफ। मुझे लगता है when they say laughter is the greatest medicine, it indeed is. It indeed is. You can just throw yourself off, yeah, from and keep yourself away from any possible judgment and just be yourself, yeah, because every moment is a treasured moment. And how is it that how beautiful it is when you can go for a walk and you can have that tiny talk with yourself, and you can just laugh, yeah. So everywhere that we curtail ourselves to those little laughters, yeah, those little pleasures that we can gift ourselves, yeah, and everywhere that we think life is very बहुत घनघोर सी ऐसे serious है ना। तो मुझे तो ऐसे लगता है भाई इतनी serious होने की जरूरत क्या है यार, है ना। लाइफ है हंसने खेलने के लिए, नाला लटक जाए तब भी ठीक है, टूट जाए तब भी ठीक है, कोई ऐसी प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, सब कुछ कायम ही है, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है, या। So everywhere that we have we have held life back, yeah. So is now the time to actually just blossom and open up and laugh and be in that joy. और किसी को हंसते देख के ना दूसरे की थोड़ी सी स्माइल तो आ ही जाती है, चाहे उसको समझ आए बात की या नहीं आए. That means that happiness and smiles are infectious. And let's consciously put that in the world. Yeah. For probably like the other day, I was listening to this stand-up comedy. Yeah. And it was an amazing stand-up comedy, and we had, and the way I was laughing was like no man's world. And I was thinking that it is so important for each one of us to revitalize ourselves with that laughter. Yeah, revitalize. That is actually the nurturing energy that I can be to self and to others, the pampering energy that I can be to self and others, and then the planet too. Yeah. So what if I chose in these moments, even if fear is gripping me, I'm not choosing that. Let me do something else which is going to create laughter in my world. Yeah. It might be that smile infects the world, and I know it does. And everywhere I have made really life very serious. Yeah. Everywhere that I've become a rogue in my own life, are you in this time ready to shed all those walls, yeah, and just be yourself? तो बहुत सारे लोग हैं तुमको नहीं पसंद करते हैं, मगर एक्चुअली मैंने बहुत साल लग गए मुझे रियलाइज करते कि लोग तुम्हें नापसंद नहीं करते, वो तुमको इसलिए लाइक नहीं करते क्योंकि वो तुम्हारे जैसे बन नहीं सकते, उनकी ये प्रॉब्लम है ना। उनका बड़ा दिल करता है कि यार ऐसे ठाके मार के हंसो, उनसे हंसा ही नहीं जाता, you know, that is their problem, and that is the reason. It's not that they hate you, they desire, they envy you somewhere, then वो envy जो है jealousy में बदल जाती है ना, वो jealousy थोड़ी सी और बढ़ जाती है तो hatred हो जाती है ना। पर एक्चुअली उनको ये पता भी नहीं चलता कि ये सारा सिस्टम जो है चल क्या रहा है, कहता है। तो मुझे भी
And
इस सारी चीज को समझने में बहुत साल लग गए। Yeah, somebody was saying something.
yeah, instead, everybody else want you to behave in a mature way. They say, be
Yeah,
mature, don't laugh this loud. So ऐसा भी सुनने को मिलता है.
सच में, you know. So say, you know, like I will always say when we travel together, and you know, again, my sunny boy is all there. I don't know, I'll say कि if you do not like my behavior, वो पहले कुछ साल पहले होता है क्योंकि obviously थोड़े teenage में ना सारी हम थोड़े से बिना सींग के सींग हो जाते हैं ना, हम भी ऐसे ही थे। तो उनको ऐसे लगता है कि ऐसे माँ ऐसे कैसे कर सकती है। तो मैंने कहा जब तुम्हारा ऐसे लगे ना कि माँ थोड़ी इधर उधर हो गई तो तुम थोड़ी देर डिसओन कर दो, है ना, उसको डिसओन कर दो कि ये अच्छा ये कौन है आंटी, है ना, कितना फनी बिहेव करती है, यू नो, इट्स सो नाइस ना। द मोमेंट वी लीव दैट कनेक्शन, यू नो, जब वो खून का रिश्ता हम हटा देते हैं ना बीच में से, बोझ ही खत्म हो जाता है यार। नहीं, है ना, वो बोझ ये है कि मेरी माँ है, उसके साथ कनेक्शन, है ना। सिमिलरली मुझे भी अगर मेरा बच्चा है ना तो उसको सब कुछ सही सही करना चाहिए, है ना। तो जब कोई थोड़ा सा हेवायर बिहेव करे, थोड़ी देर बिहेव करो, अरे अच्छा, you know, auntie is looking so funny, yaar, you know, she's in her element today. Yeah, so it's so nice to disassociate and associate with yourself, you know. That is when you disassociate from the relationship, you start associating with yourself, you start falling in love with yourself. Yeah, and everywhere that we are not an allowance of that, you know, कि पता नहीं, है ना, दुनिया क्या सोचेगी, मॉल में सब लोग तुम्हारी तरफ देखना शुरू कर देंगे, you get that, है ना। तो जब जब ऐसा लगे थोड़ा सा कर डालो, ऐसे थोड़ी सी बेवकूफी, थोड़ी सी हलचल, हाँ, तो थोड़ा सा अपने को भी हंसने का मौका और थोड़ा सा कंधे ढीले करने का मौका मिल जाता है, और शायद वो हमारे लिए बहुत ज्यादा वाइटल है। That is why, you know, 12 steps, 12 vitals to victory. Yeah. So then coming to the next, that is understand the art of allowing. And what is the art of allowing? The art of allowing is always taking the path of least resistance. Yeah. So what are you resisting? Not being happy. And what is the path of least resistance? Just be happy. Yeah. Yeah. And it's so nice. Have you, I don't know if you go through these stand-up comedies or not or whatever. Have you seen all their jokes are based on them? सारी बात उनकी अपनी होती है, या 5 पैसे थे, 10 रुपए नहीं थे, मतलब कोई भी बात है ना उनकी सारी अपनी होती है। और कोई और कहेगा अपना इतना कैसे, तुम इतना खिल्ली कैसे उड़ा सकते हो। और मुझे लगता है कि जो अपनी खिल्ली उड़ा सकता है ना, उसको कभी किसी की खिल्ली उड़ाने का मौका ही नहीं होता, क्योंकि उसका दिल ही नहीं करता ना। अब क्योंकि आप हंस सकते हो ना, अपने ऊपर हंस सकते हो, अपनी बेवकूफियों के ऊपर हंस सकते हो, अपनी अच्छाइयां बुराइयां हर एक चीज के ऊपर तुम अपने ऊपर हंस सकते हो। तो तुमको जो लोग दूसरों की ज्यादा बुराइयां, ज्यादा नुक्ताचीनी, ये वो चलते रहते हैं ना, आप उनको कभी थोड़ा पास से देखिएगा, उनको अपने साथ ये परेशानी रहती है, क्योंकि उनको अपने में इतने खोट दिखाई देते हैं, है ना। तो वो सारे खोट इन आंखों से दूसरे में दिखने शुरू हो जाते हैं। एक्चुअली ये प्रॉब्लम रहती है। Yeah. So everywhere that I can talk about myself, I can, you know, make fun about myself, I can, you know, genuinely laugh. और जब जो थोड़ा ज्यादा ऊंची हंसते हैं हमारे जैसे, है ना, लोगों को ऐसे लगता है इतनी ऊंची हंसी कैसे हो सकती है। You get that? You know, in years I lived in a family, and after years I realized, damn it, ये सबको constipation रहती है. This was my awakening call, and I really realized, यार इनको constipation क्यों रहती है? Because they're so constipated in attitude, यार. Are you getting? There is a vital science to this. Why do you have to choose constipation? You just tell me. Yeah. The more I am constipated in expression, the more I'm constipated in my thoughts, the more I'm constipated in any arena of my life. That is how constipated my system is, because the system keeps telling you, if you do not want this, तो कायम चूर्ण नहीं हेल्प करने वाला. अपने आप को कायम करने के लिए कोई चूर्ण खाए. ठीक है. और वो कायम क्या करेंगे? अपनी बुद्धि को. ठीक है. So everywhere that we think that, you know, I can substitute this with that, that with this, and not do what is vital, I'm keeping away from the happiness which is so free-flowing, which is so available. Yeah? And what stops you from being happy? What stops you? And ask yourself, if I'm constipated in life, what makes me constipated? Where am I constipated in life? Yeah? And what stops me from being in allowance? The more free-flowing energy is, the more free-flowing chi is in my system, in my house, in the building, wherever, yeah, the more ease and more happiness dwells there. क्योंकि खुशी कहाँ आती है? खुशी के पास, है ना? खुशी कहाँ आती है? खुशी के पास, रोते धोते के पास क्यों जाएगी खुशी में? वो कहते अपने पास थोड़ा अपॉइंटमेंट तुम लो, तुम्हारा नंबर आएगा. तुम्हारा नंबर आएगा. So everywhere that we have not allowed ourselves to be happy, will you now allow those constipated layers to go away for all times to come? As that is vital to life, that is vital to living, and that is vital to have a happy life with the maximized happiness quotient. And then the 8th one is practice humility. And how do you practice humility? है ना? ये तो हमने बचपन से सुना है ना. जॉन से पेड़ पे जितना फ्रूट लदा रहता है, वो उतना झुका रहता है ना? तो हमें हम्बल होने में क्या प्रॉब्लम रहती है, और क्या चीज हमें रोकती है कि हम हम्बल नहीं हो पाते? Yeah. And do you think that in being humble, do you lose yourself? Is it that, you know, your ego stops you from being humble? Yeah. Is it that the norms that are fixated inside our heads, they stop us from being humble? Yeah. And in being humble, there are so many other advantages, because, you know, I start being a part of love. And when I'm humble, people love me. They just love. They just love. That's it. Yeah. They don't have a reason. But they like the way you talk. They like the way you walk. They like the way you express yourself. Yeah. And, you know, there are no, even if you've achieved the whole world, yeah, still you do not have airs about it. You get that? I know you're not snooty about it. And there is so much humbleness in that, wow, thank you, Source. Thank you, Supreme God, for granting this. Yeah. And it's just because of your graces. And it's just because of your light. And just because of my connection with you. Yeah. That I could make it to this place. So humility is so, so vital. The 8th point of how to be victorious with these vitals. So 9th is being in a state of gratitude. Yeah. being in a state of gratitude for whatever you have and for whatever you even don't have. Yeah. Because sometimes, the things which we do not have, we always keep them on the highlights. ये चीज नहीं है, ये चीज नहीं, ये चीज नहीं, है ना? और पता है क्या है कि जब हम कहते हैं कि मास्टर प्लान रहता है, मास्टर प्लान हैज प्लान्ड the events, when to happen, how to happen, in which year to happen. Yeah. तो जब वो नहीं मिलता ना, तो ये समझ लीजिएगा कि अभी आप उसके लिए तैयार नहीं है. तो उसके लिए भी ग्रेटिट्यूड कि थैंक गॉड मुझे लेक्चर आता ना हो और लेक्चर पोडियम पे मुझे कोई खड़ा कर दे. Is it? तो अपना क्या होना है? You get that? It's just like that. So things which I have not achieved in life till date, there is a reason for that. There is a reason for that. And I have to be in gratitude of that too. Yeah, might be that I am, yet it's not the right time for that to materialize, to actualize, to fructify. And I'm very grateful for you are channeling my life. For you are guiding me through. For you are putting me in the right place with the right people. And even when that right could be that the people are not really conducive. There is a reason for that too. Yeah, there is a reason for that too. Might be that I have to be in a different mold of peace. That's why I'm not amongst the people who are all conducive and harmonious. Yeah, क्योंकि मैं दूसरे मोल्ड में कैसे मोल्ड होंगी? कैसे? कौन करेगा? हालात कर देंगे ना मुझे. Yeah. तो वो हालात कैसे कर देंगे कि मेरा ऊपर से कनेक्शन ज्यादा हो जाएगा. तो सुप्रीम सोर्स से जब इधर से पोक होती रही, कांटे कहीं कहीं चुभते रहे, है ना, तो क्या रहता है कि आपको मजबूर कर देता है आपका कनेक्शन उससे होने के लिए. तो तभी कहते हैं ना कि उस पोक की वेट करने की जरूरत क्यों रहती है ना, पहले से ही अच्छा कनेक्शन बनाइए ना, पहले से ही अच्छा कनेक्शन बनाइए. So that, then there is no requirement for those pokes. Yeah. The pokes and the spokes and the nails and whatever, the needles. Yeah. They'll not be required. So each time I am in gratitude, that is the time when I feel satiated, fulfilled, happy. And my happiness quotient is at the maximum. Why? Because I'm vibrating at the highest vibration possible. Happiness to tabhi aati hai na? Yeah. And when I'm not operating from just this body, when I'm not operating from body consciousness, and I'm operating from the Supreme, that is when I am in gratitude. Yeah. So जब हम शुक्राने में होते हैं, जब हमारे तहे दिल से उसके लिए शुक्रिया अदा करने की हमारी हिम्मत जुटती है, तब हमें पता रहता है कि नहीं, मैं कनेक्टेड हूँ. और आप देखेंगे वो जो मोमेंट्स ऑफ ग्रैटिट्यूड होते हैं, उसमें क्या दिखता है? उसमें सभी चीजें पॉजिटिव ही दिख रही होती हैं. या उसमें सभी चीजें पॉजिटिव ना होते हुए भी पॉजिटिव ही दिख रही होती है. That's the beauty of gratitude. Yeah. And everywhere that we are not in that greatness, of gratitude for ourselves to create a life that is sparkling, that is phenomenal, that is joy-filled, that has the highest level of happiness quotient. Are you in this time ready to be a person full of gratitude? Yeah. In the morning you get up, and you say, thank you so much. Yeah. I could get up to this day. I'm so thankful. Thank you, bed, for taking good care of me. The bed sheets were white and so nice and, having a nice aroma. Thank you so much. Yeah, the amazing bed that I was granted. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. There were running fans and the ACs at home. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I could open up my eyes to this beautiful day. Thank you so much for that. Then I touch my feet to the ground. Thank you so much for that. Yeah. I could feel the ground, the earth below my feet. Yeah. I have this inhale and the exhale coming so effortlessly. Thank you for that. Yeah. And I see the bright sunshine outside. Thank you for that. Yeah. So is that not in those, like, in 2 minutes, I have a million things to be in gratitude of. Yeah. And the moment I keep marking them, I mark my existence. Like we were talking about marking the existence yesterday. It is the moment I mark my moments. Yeah. I mark my existence. I mark, yes, I am present today. To this moment, I am present. Yeah. And I am present to this moment. I am receiving it like the most brilliant, precious gift gifted to me. Yeah. And can there be another more precious gift in my life? Yeah, can there be? I can't evaluate anything else to be of a greater value than that. Yeah. So then, where were we? Gratitude. And then the 10th comes. Remember, you can never resolve a problem by condemning it. Yeah. And what do? Whenever we have a problem, we keep talking about it. We keep talking about it. Then we keep talking about it. That is what we keep doing. Yeah. Is that the way I'm going to solve my problem? And what do I think I'm sharing? I'll share it with my sister, I'll share it with my brother, I'll share it with my mother, I'll share it with every possible, even the maid who goes by. Now, she doesn't understand, but still I desire. There is so much happening inside me that I desire to pour even out. Yeah. I wish you could understand, I have a resentment for that too, this damned maid, I want to tell her, but she doesn't understand. Yeah. So everywhere that you think you can resolve your problem, by keep talking about it, yeah, will you now choose a different act, a different action? Yeah. And how can I keep condemning? Is that a problem? Can I ask a question here? Is this a problem? Or I love to create problems because I love to be a problem solver. Yeah. And when that problem is finished, no, then I'll order for another problem. Yeah, like we order food on a restaurant table. Yeah, we'll say this is less, now some more. Yeah, and then one problem is finished, then the second, the third, then some more. Chalo, thoda aur aa jaye. You get that? Because I feel I'm so productive. I feel I'm so vital in my life, and I feel I'm so busy. So I have, yeah. And I realized, in the past sometime, actually, what is life? Life is just passing by. Yeah. And is that no, that it is a time pass? But how you pass that time is the only thing. Yeah. It is a time pass from zero to whatever X number of years that I'm here on the planet. But how am I passing that time is the process. Is the process how my attitudes, my happiness quotient, whatever might have come my way, yes, can I just go beyond it? Can I let that go? Because I've realized there are just two things to life. Yeah. One is to know that there is God, Supreme God is there. And the second thing is that is required of me is surrender. Yeah. You are there and I'm ready to surrender. That's it. If I know these two things, I think life is quite easy. It's a quite an easy flow. Yeah. And this comes, that's good. If that comes, that's good. Yeah. If something else comes, that's good too. And everywhere that we always think, all that I have thought is great and all that I have planned is great and all that I have in the head. Yeah. They say it's a 5-year plan that we make. You know, I've met these kind of people, 5-year plans. Yeah. I don't know, when I was yet not a mother years back, somebody told me, we are planning a child, they said. And I said, really? I didn't know you could. Really? Are we capacitated to plan a child? Yeah. They have already thought when to come. They know what year, what time. Yeah, they will be looked after best. And we keep thinking, कि यार अपने तो बस हम तो बस विजयी भव, हाँ, हमने तो प्लान कर लिया जी, ठीक है ना. तो जब जब हम खुशफहमी में रहते हैं, मुझे लगता है कि खुशफहमी बस खुशफहमी ही होती है ना. गलत फहमी से बड़ी खुशफहमी होती है. बिकॉज वो आपको कभी भी रियल के पास नहीं आने देती. आपको कभी ये नहीं पता चलता कि मेरी लाइफ कोई मैनूवर कर रहा है, और वो मैनूवर कर रहा है और स्टीयरिंग पे वो ही रहेगा, कुछ मर्जी कर लूं मैं. स्टीयरिंग पे शोफर बदलने वाला नहीं है ना. ऐसे नहीं है कि रामचरण की छुट्टी करी और लक्ष्मी नारायण आ गए, ऐसे वाली कोई बात नहीं है यहाँ पे, ठीक है. So we have a chauffeur, that is the Supreme God, who is driving our lives. And the more I know that, the more closer I am to that, I have an easy flow. I have more joy in my life. I have a higher happiness quotient. And then coming to the 11th one, that is play the match up game. Now, what do you have to match up? Always check. Am I matched with the field of intention? Yeah. And now what is the field of intention? What is your motive? Yeah. So if your motive is good, are you matched up with that? Are you matched up with that? Or, you have, क्या आपकी कथनी करनी के साथ match up है? Yeah. So अगर वो नहीं है, तो reality check करेंगे एक बारी. Where am I? Yeah. What bubble am I loving to live in? Yeah. If I prick that bubble, will I get to see reality? Will I get to, and am I ready to see that reality? Is now the time to see that reality? So everything that keeps me away from that keeps me away from happiness too. Definitely keeps me away from happiness too. And coming to the last, that is meditate. Yeah. That is meditate. And what does meditation mean? Yeah. Somebody the other day was asking me, what kind of meditation do you do? And I said, I just don't know. Yeah. I don't have a formula to meditate. No, but how do you do? What do you do? My meditation is when I connect to the Supreme God, I converse, I talk, I tell, I listen. It's not just I keep telling and talking. I listen. Yeah. In the moments of silence, and that silence is full of happiness. That silence has nothing called morose. That has nothing called sultry. That silence is the absolute peaceful, beautiful, happy silence. Yeah. And there are just two things on the planet which can't be divided. Yeah. One is God. So even if you divide God, what will happen? Yeah, suppose this is God and you divide God, what will happen? There'll be God. Then again be God, and again be God. Yeah. Similarly, there's silence. So even if you divide silence, what will you get? Silence. Yeah. The rest, everything is divisible. Everything. Yeah. Everything has a dichotomy. Everything has a polarity. Everything can be like divided, and we can have so many walls to it, and then we create sections. But the Supreme God can't be, because that is one energy which keeps this whole planet, this whole universe on, and it maneuvers really, really well. Yeah. So are you ready to be in that silence? And that silence is so melodious because that makes you a fairy. Yeah. And do you know what fairies do? They have a beautiful wand in their head. It's got a beautiful star on that. Yeah. And they create your lives. And they just beautify your lives. And they just create a life which is so worth living. They always tell you that you are the best. You are the most deserving. You are so capable of having the highest happiness quotient. Yeah. So are you ready to be in that silence? To have all these 12 vitals and be the victorious self that you are here to be? Yeah. Are you ready for that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Very much ready, Malvika. Like
Yeah.
always. Malvika,
That's
can we just quick go through the points? I missed few points before joining the call.
Fine.
Just quick, only the points. That's
Absolutely. Sure. Why not? Just give
thank
me
you so
a
much.
second.
Can I ask something, Malvika?
Yeah. Please. Yeah.
Yeah, I just want to know, first of all, we एड्डा वड्डा ज्ञान ले आए किथों तुसी? See, if you have, read somewhere और आपने ये सब किया, then also thanks, lots and lots of
Actually,
thanks to you.
ये बहुत सारे सालों में ना बहुत सारा कुछ पढ़ने का मौका हुआ मुझे, है ना? और मुझे लगता है कि मैंने जो भी किताब पढ़ी, जो भी कुछ पढ़ा ना, उसको बहुत बहुत क्लोजली पढ़ा. Yeah. And even I, being an access consciousness facilitator, yeah. Besides that also, I have not just read access, but I have read so many other things which have got me closer to me. Yeah. And I think that जब आप बहुत अच्छी से किसी चीज को पढ़ते रहते हैं ना, है ना, तो वो आपकी जहन का एक हिस्सा बन जाती है. Yeah.
So then I must say, Malvika, you just write down a book for for so many people like us. It's really $100 million treasure. Matlab, from the very beginning, from the first 2 points, I was just wondering कि मालविका ये क्या किया क्या तुमने इतना कुछ पाइल अप करना और उसको 12 वर्ड्स में लेके आना, एंड देन उन 12 वर्ड्स को हमारा सुनना, और आज के बाद ये सोचना कि यार बड़ी सिंपल है, हम कितना कुछ सोचते हैं, ये 12 पॉइंट है, चलो एक से ही शुरू करते हैं कि एक पॉइंट ही पकड़ लेते हैं, फिर दूसरे पे भी आ जाएंगे. तो उनको लेके आना इज नॉट अ स्मॉल थिंग, इज नॉट एट ऑल ए स्मॉल थिंग. हर रोज की कॉल थी, बहुत कुछ था, ग्रेटिट्यूड है, थैंक यू है, मगर ये जो है ना, ये विक्ट्री वाकई में, this is the victory. You must pile up this thing.
I know.
And
I have
please
I have
write
so
down
much
it.
written. I have so much written that all my bedside drawers have all these things only written. Yeah.
Because
Because
I
I
was
love
just write it down कि ये सारे points में लिख रही थी, although कुछ था थोड़ी कि आज तुमने कुछ बताना है ऐसा. So I was just writing it down and it was amazing. You just, लिख ही दो अब तो, बस बहुत हो गया, लिख दो अब. ये होनी चाहिए book सबके पास. It's really a treasure. Really treasure.
You are our fairy, Malvika, seriously. She is right. I mean, when you were talking about being a fairy with a magical wand, of course, I was thinking about you. Because that's what you have, and that's what you have our lives.
Thank you so much. Probably I think I count myself so chosen, a chosen one. Yeah.
What
है ना?
can be
और हमने
better than this
हमने
that connect you
एक
somehow?
और चीज शेयर
I'm so
एक और चीज शेयर करूंगी कि ना अपने जन्म से पहले ना हमारी माँ ने बड़े हवन किए थे हमारे आने के लिए, है ना? तो वो मुझे लगता है कि वो हवनों का वास्ता हमें थोड़ा सा आगे बढ़ना ही पड़ा isn't it? तो वो हवन बहुत उन्होंने इतने शिद्दत से किए थे, है ना? तो उनके नाम पे आंच नहीं लगा सकते थे शायद, इसीलिए ऊपर वाले ने मुझे चुना, मुझे यही लगता है, isn't it? And I'm really in gratitude of that, Yeah. Thank you so much for even letting me know. And coming back to the points, that is, want more from others, for others than yourself. Yeah, wanting more for others than your own self. Then comes this think from the end. Yeah, whatever you have visualized, your dream, your desire, think that you've already achieved it. The third is to be an appreciator in your life and not be a depreciator. Yeah, appreciating everything, you especially. Then the fourth is staying in harmony with the source. Yeah. Then the fifth is resistance. Yeah. How are you getting resistance? What makes you resistant? Then the sixth, contemplate yourself as surrounded by the conditions that you desire to produce. Yeah. And the seventh, understand the art of allowing. Yeah. And then the eighth, practice humility. And the ninth, gratitude. Be in a state of gratitude. The 10th, remember you can never resolve a problem by condemning it. The 11th, play the match up game. Yeah, matching up to the intention, the motive. And the 12th, that is meditate and be in silence.
lovely. I think Malvika, please share if it is possible this call.
On the, where? Share where?
Please do share this call so that
No, we've been, I've been very aggressively. You've been having a YouTube every day. Is that not?
After the
I said you've been getting a YouTube,
yes.
like
No,
every
especially
day.
about this pointers.
Okay, sure.
I would love
Sure,
to, if it is whatever source it is, no
Yeah.
matter what, but going through these points every day will definitely help us a lot.
Sure,
We
shall create something around it.
Because I generally do that whenever I am, so I go to your SoundCloud or either YouTube. So it is either a way, whenever I really want to hear you. And of course, when I'm not able to, we can't call you every time. So I go to YouTube or SoundCloud. That's what I have downloaded. So that really helps me a lot.
That's so nice. We've been posting the calls each day on groups and on my status too. And I hope you could get through the links there. Yeah. And please judiciously share them with your loved ones. And even if they do not click the link, that day will come when they will desire to do so. And let's not wait for that. Just sharing is my bit, I think.
I want to add something here. You said share it with your loved ones and not so loved ones too.
Absolutely. When you share it on status, the not loved ones are too there.
they probably will be, you have to bring them in your group. So don't worry, even if they don't love you, you still.
When the status thing had come in, I didn't know how to post on the status. Yeah. And then the youngsters, you're really eager to learn and they teach you how to do that. And I think that was the best thing that could have happened to me. Yeah. And I think when you post it on the status, it goes to the world, whatever, even if you have like 500 people in your in the phone bank, it goes to all. So let it be. Let us shock the world and rock the world too. Now is the time.
I think we need to start from the point 1. Want more for others.
Others. Absolutely.
Very true.
Want
So
more
we
for
have to start from the first point, na?
Yeah. I don't know where I kept my phone. Okay. Any which way, I wanted to give some very nice music. Please bear with me for a second, though I'm on Facebook Live, not a problem still. Yeah. Let's close our eyes and let's have some moments to be more joyous, some moments to increase our happiness quotient. And some moments of absolute unadulterated joy. And today, we're just talking about happiness. Happiness, because today we are committed to be happy and increase our happiness quotient in the times when the planet is not as happy. And the people who are not really happy are more than the people who are choosing to be happy. And in these moments, are you ready to be the fairy in your life? The fairy with the pink dress. The pink dress with the most amazing lace. And this lace you do not get here on planet Earth. Where did you, the fairy, get it from? This fairy having those golden locks that flow down from the head. The fairy with the beautiful eyes. A chiseled nose. Carved out lips. Pretty ears. Wearing the out of this world ballerinas with the most beautiful bows on that. Dressed up with scintillating crystals. And such a pretty mode. A pretty mode. For you are a fairy in your own life. And a fairy without that wand in the head is not a fairy. And that wand with a silver star. And you are the fairy here on the planet. Come here from the Supreme God. In this body to make this entire planet a fairyland. A fairyland which has all happiness and the highest vibration. And you, in your ballerinas, just dance on your toes. And dance on your toes with that wand in your hand. And create a life of all 12 vitals. You want the whole planet to be happy, to be peaceful, to be powerful, to be fearless. You desire to create a land that no one has ever heard of. A land where relationships are so glowing and blossoming and easy. A land where each one has the generosity of spirit. That is, that they are happy to see others happy. Everybody is having good health in mind and in body. The golden light of the Supreme Court is just being put around each one on the planet with the one that you have. And that golden light is just like a sieve that does not allow the unwanted, the toxic, to enter into the minds and the bodies of people. A land where people are so full of gratitude that they do not have time for judgment. And that gratitude is oozing in all their actions. And the more you move your hand with that magic wand, you see you've created the trees of gold and the trees that bear happiness and the fruits of happiness thereafter. This is a land where locks are not put on homes. People do not know what are locks and where to put them. They are so contained and contented with their innumerable gifts of love that they do not have time to see and have an evil eye for anyone. This wand of yours is creating a paradise on earth, for you are the fairy, the creator of this paradise. This is a land where you can just dance, sing, and have fun in the glory of the source. A land where each one is connected to light. A land of fairies where they hold hands and they start dancing in togetherness. Everyone is there for each other. This is the land of gold. a land without vices. And you are the fairies creating that with all the smiles on your face. The harmony within is showing in your actions as harmony outside of you. And everywhere that you tiptoe, things become beautiful. The earth smells ethereal. This is like the most beautiful land, the most beautiful land of the Supreme, where everybody knows how to thank and whom to thank. And they are very well aware of the Supreme God, the Creator. Thanking Him for every little thing. Thanking Him for the body. Thanking Him for the breath. Thanking Him for the heart that is pulsating. Thanking Him for the wand that all us fairies have been gifted, for we are the creators. Thanking for the nature that so graciously is gifting in every moment. Thanking for the connection and thanking for the families. And thanking for the friends and thanking for the foes too. And then with the wand, just creating all the possible hearts. All the possible hearts that are so well lit. And as if you're moving the wands and those little hearts are being spread everywhere in the air. Hearts full of love. And these hearts of love are just spreading happiness. Happiness in the people who cannot or are not being able to choose happiness. Happiness for the people who have not been able to choose peace in this time and always. Happiness to one and all. As all of us are deserving, we being the offsprings of light. And we being fairies are doing that. The lucky ones. We are the fairies of light. We are the fairies of joy. We are the fairies of the super supreme God. And He sent us here to increase this happiness quotient on the planet. And especially in this time when it is most required. Happiness everywhere. Happiness in the flowing streams. Happiness in the gigantic hills, the mountains. Happiness in the air. Happiness in the flowers. Happiness on the faces. Happiness in relationships. Absolute happiness. And how is it that we fairies join hands and we sing to the music and we create a land of our choice, of our dreams, of our desires, being the embodiments of happiness ourselves and just spreading happiness. Just by moving that little magic wand, we create that. And how is it by just moving that little magic wand, we expand the auras of people. And when we expand the auras of people, they get to be more light and they get to see more light. So may we keep always doing that, and may we spread happiness and pure happiness in our lives and in everyone else's. So let's connect to the breath again. Let's connect to the moments. Let's connect to the chair, the bed, the couch that we're sitting on. Let's connect to the feet that are touching the ground. And let's mark this moment of happiness. Now you can choose to come back. You've already created a fairyland full of joy. A fairyland full of happiness. Big smiles and small smiles. And so much ease.
It was like Alice in Wonderland. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. She was talking about, ballerinas
Same
and
here.
crystals and this and that. And I was imagining, wow, pink
I'm sure
dress with
everyone
lace.
is gonna be in fairyland all day.
It was so, it felt like going back to childhood days. So cute. It was.
So good, Smile had asked for that yesterday. Isn't it? And you ask and so shall you receive. We'd heard that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Not even happier in this.
Amazing. So good, guys. Let's put ourselves off from Facebook Live. And thank you, Facebook Live friends, for joining in. We've had an amazing time creating happiness and spreading happiness in our lives and adding that happiness in your lives too. Love you, and we shall meet in person someday. Absolutely. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I have to make that good ending to Facebook Live before I put myself off from there. Yeah. So good to have you, and seeing the bigger smiles is always greater. It creates much more in my life too. So stay blessed, stay happy, and keep choosing happiness.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Malvika.
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
आज के 1000 के लिए